Right on top of him now, Bernie. That's his. I knew them when they were dating.
Got a house.
Yeah, I remember the last time I got kind of lost after. She used to work at
Like the dog, but I don't care. Dogs are wonderful. Dogs are wonderful, right, Duke? Right, Duke? Yeah, wonderful.
Down.
Yeah.
Good boy. Sit. Can you sit? Can you take a scratch? I can take a scratch.
No, that's how we made this thing was. Yeah. That's better than nothing right there.
Oh, no.
And we can do their speech. I mean, do you want to lead this week? Yeah. Go ahead. I want to do hats off, people, please. Hats off. Hats off. Thank you.
Well, Mark and I first met Dizzy when he was probably about 11 years old. And his half-brothers Arthur and Tristan were born when he was 13. It was quite the family. And he was so into the kids. And Julia wanted me to say that he was always very protective of her. She had some disabilities, and he always had her back. He always did everything that he could for her. And she's having a real hard time believing that he's died. She hasn't seen him for a long, long time. And so it's been very hard for her, and she wants to let everybody know that she loved him and that the fact that he had a close circle of friends, it seems like it's just a continuation of his protectiveness and the way that he cared for people.
Yeah.
Thank you all for being here.
Yeah. You want to say something? It's okay, Kyle. You know.
Great dude, I loved him. I guess I'll just leave it at that.
TJ, anything?
First time I met him, he said we had training downstairs together. I was just getting off the street, and he helped me out too. We just continue to help each other out. I always was there when I needed a little money. He helped me out, and I helped him out every time. Stayed with me for a few months and stuff.
Yeah.
For me, been there for him too. You know, not much else to say.
Any words for us?
I think I only remember something. He was the kindest guy I know.
He always was. Yeah, I knew him more. He was a teenager.
Next in my opinion, my mom had was unlike anything I've ever heard of. They knew each other in ways that I can only hope to know from them. And I think often about what my life would be like now if he hadn't had his accident and he was able to be a safe person to be around when I was a kid. He was a really incredible soul, and knowing that he had this many people around him is really comforting to me, and knowing that he got to heal. He got to be a safe person to be around again, and he got to have community, and yeah.
Jeremy, ready? Anybody else have anything to say?
Apologize for showing up late. I don't know how people here know their mental issues or their so, you know, for one community, only community, and so forth, but our neighborhood to say that we always loved our time with Richard Busy. He was a great soul, as everybody else here said. You know, it's unfortunate that his circumstances got different, and I'm sad that I didn't get a chance to get in touch with him in the past few years.
Does somebody want to?
So the first time I met Richard, it was actually with him. And I just lost my apartment because I was in the middle of moving.
So I was like sleeping outside. They brought me to the camp, and he like, I didn't have a sleeping bag or anything, and he like gave me his sleeping bag to use. He rather be cold than have me be cold. And ever since then, it was family. He was family. Like, I don't know what else to say. He was just a good dad.
Yeah.
And I'm not crying, just apologies.
Yeah.
Yeah, just apologies.
Well, I know when I met Richard, this first place where I met him at was in this park. And we had one of the benches over there by that tree over there. And we met there, and we were drinking and everything, and people signing, and we just became really good friends. You know, I let him come stay at my place a couple nights when he heard it was cold. I let him come stay with me in my apartment, you know, so he had to be outside suffering, you know. I let him, you know, to let him shower, bathe, whatever he needed to do. And we just became really close since then, you know. And when I got the news, I didn't believe it. Because he's always been a good dude, always. He was a great guy. Richard was a great guy being around his friends and us, you know. He never asked for nothing. All he wanted was some tobacco or paper. That's all he ever wanted. He wanted a cigarette, you know. He didn't ask for a drink or nothing. He just wanted tobacco or paper.
Right.
You know, you got a paper, you got some tobacco, you know. And if I did, I always gave it to him.
He would wake up at like 6 a.m. before everyone and go and fly a sign while everyone's sleeping so he could take care of everyone else.
They take care of everyone else.
Yeah, so he put himself, he was like a dad almost to me. Like I didn't need to be taken care of, but he wanted to just provide for everyone, no matter what it took. He just wanted to provide, and he would wake up before everyone else and get everything everyone needed.
I was right on that corner. That was his spot right there. Every time I look over there, you know, don't see him. And you know, another thing to say about him is no more suffering, no more pain, no more, you know, nothing. He's in a better place. He's on a journey, you know. And hopefully his journey is peaceful, you know. You know, I look over there every time I come in, and I just, it's kind of, you know. But he's in a better place. No more pain, no more suffering, nothing, you know. No more health problems. You know, but you know, may he rest in peace. You know, no interruptions on his journey. I just want to have a good journey. You know, he was a great dude. You know,
I know in the last year he was happy.
Yeah, he was very happy. He had friends. He had places to go. He had to be outside. You know, and stuff. You know? And you have people that were there for him. But he must have knew, he knew. You know when it's your time, you know. And then that thing is, he went peacefully, you know. He went in his sleep, you know.
Yeah, that's how
He went in his sleep, you know, and that's a peaceful way to go. You know. Yeah, but he will be missed, I know that. Since I've noticed since he passed, nobody's been around here. Nobody stood at the tables, no more nothing. I've noticed that coming here. Nobody comes around over here. You know, but we come over here and sit. You know, it's just like certain people, they won't come around here no more. They won't sit here. You know, they kind of keep their distance away from his, you know, where he passed that. You know. But yeah, I'm gonna miss the guy though. You know.
this spot in this park, and this is where, if his spirit lingers, this would be where it is. So,
Yep.
This is where we visit with him.
To be here to play when I was a kid.
Yeah.
PJ talk about Zoe, right?
Yeah.
He talked about
And he knows we're all here. He knows that. We're standing right over him. He knows we're here. He's probably wondering who's gonna show up, I always say, who's gonna show up? Person they're thinking to be right now,
And this guy, he always made Richard laugh.
Yeah.
Just when he laughs, Richard will laugh because of his laugh. Because he is the best laugher.
Especially when you take rid of these.
Finally.
I mean, before anybody eats, I want to do his spirit plate, I want to get his spirit plate set out, and after I get his spirit plate, everybody can eat. I want to get his spirit plate so he can eat. So he got to eat before anybody.
Yeah.
It don't have to be much, it should be just little, it don't have to be a whole chicken or a whole piece of meat, it just has to be a little bit. And I got some cedar, sage, and tobacco to put on there, so. Yeah. But, anybody else have anything else to say?
We all love him.
Yeah.
We all did love him.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes. I know, we did. We really
Even
did.
Jay loved him. Even when he's being quiet, we
Yeah, we
slept
did
in a
love him.
tent
Everybody
together,
loved him,
all of
which
us.
was awesome.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, well, if nobody has anything else to say, I'm gonna get his plate going here, get his spirit plate going, and then people can eat. There's hand sanitizer there before you touch the food. If you please use a hand sanitizer. Okay.
I'm just gonna rub my hands in the dirt and then kidding.
And Duke loved them too.
I know. Duke loved him too. Duke knows. He knows.
Yeah. Duke was his
knows.
boy.
Duke.
Richard
knows.
was there and you all got
Yeah,
the
we got what I
dog.
got to do. I know.
I remember you all coming to my house and just
Terry.
hanging out.
Let's go.